Somebody without someone is no one at all. And baby, all these nights I've struggled and fought my pride, scared that someone your type couldn't see past my flaws. 'Cause I heard that heaven ain't easy to get to. Ooh. To close these out, it might be right next to you. Ooh, so I gotta know. I gotta feel how it feels to be loved by you. Ooh, I gotta touch.
No, you can come up. Come and stand next to me. Come and stand next to me. You're going to find out a bit about yourself. I'm sure you know it already. University of Auckland is where you met. Is that correct? That's fantastic. And you were at the Toastmasters Club, so you should be a very good speech maker.
I think the expectations too high.
Ah, there we go. So we're looking forward to that. Now, apparently you did accountancy, but you don't really like the audit life very much, I'm told. Is that right? Or you do like
I'm
it?
actually doing audit.
Oh, you are enjoying audit?
Internal.
Okay, so we're enjoying audits now, which is good. And you're a bit of a foodie too, which is amazing tonight, of course, because you'll be here at Novena getting the very nicest food in Kumeu, I believe. So now, ladies and gentlemen, it's a very great pleasure to introduce to you Shin Ying. Thank you.
Hi everyone. So before I start, I just wanted to say if we can give Novena and Charlie a round of applause for just for bringing us here today. And I assume everyone enjoyed themselves and planning all this when they were back in UK. So I just really think it's a lot of effort, and I personally really enjoyed tonight. So thank you. So I'm very honoured to be given this opportunity to give a speech at one of Novena's biggest day. So as you know, I knew her from uni, and so I was sitting in this lecture hall, and she came to speak to me. So that's how I get to know her. And from then on, we realised that we have a lot of similarities. We enjoyed hiking, we did Toastmasters, and our friendship grew and strengthened through all those years. We did a lot of fun activities together, like road trips and stuff, and hiking again, and we went through a lot of challenges in life together as well. So Novena has always been a loving and faithful friend. I'll give you a very personal example. So to show you what a loving and kind person she is. So there was one point in my life I was looking for a job, and that time I don't have a car. So she actually offered to drive me to the interview place. And for me, I think that was a really good gesture from a friend. It's picking me up, bringing me to the interview, and just helping me throughout the way. And so I seldom put this in words, but I really wanted to say that you have been a really amazing friend. I just find it... Oh, I told myself I'm not going to cry, so I'm not going to cry. But yes, so I really, really thank you for being this amazing person and this amazing friend for me. And thank you for all the things that you've done. And also, Auntie and Uncle, I just wanted to... I wanted to use this opportunity to actually thank you for raising Novena as such an amazing woman. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's such a blessing to have her as a friend. And now it's Charlie's turn. So today is actually the first day I met Charlie in person. So I've always been in Auckland, and he's Australian. So I've only known you by ear so far. Today is really the first day I met you, and I've only heard good things about you. So there you go. I think the first time I heard about Charlie was when I had a video call with Novena. And then I was told that there was this guy at tennis who took the initiative to talk to her. You can correct me later. We can take this offline later. But that's what I heard. So I really actually thank you for being a good friend to her, like a good companion to her when she's in Sydney. And moving forward, you are her best friend. So yeah, really, really thank you for taking good care of her. It's not easy to move to a new country, and you guys are building a life in London. So I'm really glad that you guys are supporting each other, having each other's back, and just, paving that way, overcoming challenges as you walk through your life together. This last thing I want to talk about is, so the Bible actually talks about when a man is joined to his wife, they are no longer two, but one. So I pray that, God's hand is in every single moment in your marriage. By God's grace, you can overcome all the challenges and be stronger and stronger as a couple. So you can walk victoriously together in the rest of your life. Thank you so much for sharing this lovely moment with us. It's just an honor to be here to share this special moment with you. And I would like to actually raise a toast to the bride and grooms. Just let me get my drink. So can everyone just together just give a toast to the bride and groom? Cheers. Thank you.
Might move this back a little. I just want to see Charlie as I do this. Good evening, everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Jaden. I've had the joy of knowing Charlie since we were in kindergarten together. So I hope my words have some weight today as I say that as Novena was walking down the aisle, that is certainly the happiest I've ever seen Charlie. It sounds crazy to me that I have almost been friends with Charlie for 23 years now. So without a doubt, he is my oldest friend. It's a great honor for me for this to be the first wedding speech I've ever given. And considering how good my other friends are with women, I think it'll be the last. Now, you'd think after all that time, I'd have worked out an easy way to describe Charlie's personality. But for all of you that know him well, he's truly one of a kind. Charlie possesses the unique attitude of appearing to know everything and nothing at the same time. He can be the most compassionate person and also the most argumentative, often in the same conversation. He'll generously treat his friends to a $500 buffet meal, yet won't hesitate to haggle over 50 cents with a street vendor in Bali. From our early days in junior school, Charlie and I were always very close. But it was during 4th grade that Charlie and I clearly became a friend that I knew I could count on for life. I had just faced my 2nd suspension from school, and my dad, rather concerned, told me to reevaluate my friendships. He suggested I list out all the friends that I look up to and inspire me to become a better person, to avoid spending time with anyone that doesn't make the cut. So it should come as no surprise that Charlie was the first name on that list. I think that says more about Kelvin Grove than it does about Charlie, but I'll leave that up to you. So what were Charlie's aspiring attributes? The most obvious would be his insane work ethic, which carried him through, and a few of his good mates, through high school. I don't think anyone was shocked when he achieved an OP1 ranking, placing him in the top 1% of graduates within Queensland. And he got a full paid scholarship to study law at university. Secondly, his ridiculous amount of audacity, which was always evident when he would often lead to lengthy debates with math teachers, and he was always delighted to highlight any mistakes that the teachers made in front of the class, much to their own humiliation. And finally, his utter determination to become a lawyer, which was always evident from a young age. His daily mantras included phrases like, "I'll sue you," or, "Are you sure you want to turn this into a legal battle?" In hindsight, I should have seen it coming. After all, he did convince me in junior school that our friendship was only valid if both parties signed a legal contract complete with a non-disclosure agreement and a non-compete. After the past few weeks, me and the fellows have spent some time reminiscing over different classic stories of Charlie, half of which I wouldn't be allowed to say tonight. So let's take a trip back to 8th grade. Like most teenage boys, Charlie and I had gotten into building medieval weapons. Bows and arrows, slingshots, catapults. I'm sure you can imagine. I imagine Charlie knows where this is about to go. So I had built this absolute monstrosity of rubber bands and PVC pipe that shot out bamboo skewers. I couldn't wait to show it off to Charlie during lunchtime. And there we were at lunchtime, firing the skewers one by one as high as we could get them into the air. And Charlie, never wanting to be outdone, decides that he's going to shoot one over the main school building. And as we all stand around in anticipation, he pulls back the rubber band as taut as he can. He fires it. We all looked up, amazed. He has shot it so fast we couldn't even see it. Moments later, Charlie turned to us. Guys, turns out he'd shot the skewer straight into his hand. Don't worry, he was fine. Though he did have to wear a sling on his arm for the rest of the week. To wrap this up, I've known folks who can barely endure an hour with Charlie without having an aneurysm. Yet we all saw Novena today, ready and willing to spend a lifetime with him. I used to believe such a selfless act of love was reserved for fairy tales. I think they've shown us today that that is much a reality. Congratulations to both of you, and cheers, everyone.
Hello, everyone. I think I have met most of you here today, but if we have not yet met, my name is Melody, and I am Novena's oldest sister. Firstly, I would like to say thank you to everyone who is here with us today on such a special day for my little sister, my family, and I. My baby sister, Novena, is my first friend and also first bully. Growing up, we were each other's companion and confidant. After school and school holidays were largely spent together, we would walk home together and make up stories to keep ourselves entertained. As I previously mentioned, Novena was also my first bully. Oma likes to tell the story of Novena chasing me around my grandparents' dining table trying to take my share of food. With 13 months apart, growing up, people often mistook us for twins. Much to my dismay, our mother thought it was cute to dress us up in matching outfits. Novena, on the other hand, was very pleased to look the same as me. Although we grew up right next to each other, we couldn't be any more different. Novena loved the outdoors and sports. Running, tennis, netball, biking, gymnastics, and even ice skating. In this, you name it, and she's done it before. In this regard, a lot of people questioned whether we were related. Those who knew me know that I skipped half of my PE classes in high school. Novena really excelled at tennis though, if you couldn't tell from her biceps. And at some point, peaked to the top 20 for juniors in Auckland. I would say tennis was her first love. Sorry, Charlie. Fortuitously, fast forward 10 years later, she met Charlie through her tennis club in Sydney. Novena is also very determined. She doesn't let anyone push her around and will push them back, quite literally. In primary school, there was a boy who would make fun of her, and looking back, it may be because he had a playground crush on her. Sorry, Charlie. But anyway, one day, Novena got really sick of it and punched him in the eye. She got in trouble, of course, and was sent to the principal's office. But in my point of view, she took the issue into her own hands and solved it herself. Safe to say, since then, the boy would not even dare to look her way. I think Novena is brave, and from a young age, she's had an instinct to stand up for herself and those she loves. Novena is kind but tough. She is compassionate but fierce. We have been through a lot and experienced life that only both of us can share with each other. Marriage doesn't change this bond that we have, regardless of where life takes us or which continent we're in. You will always have a home with me, and I know I will always have you. Okay, now on to Charlie. Oh boy. Charlie, I have to be honest with you. Andy and I were a bit skeptical of you when we first met you. Like, who is this random kid from tennis and what? They're moving to London together? But as I got to know you, I can see how we are quite alike in many ways. Apart from our love of Hamilton the musical, our inability to keep up running with Novena, and our love for her, you are patient with Novena more than I can ever be. You are kind to her and always put her first in everything. Despite clocking in more than 80 hours a week at work, you are dependable and always make time for Novena. Whether that's biking around London together or traveling to whichever European city to take an Instagram-worthy photo, you always put her first. I hope you continue to take care of my little sister, just like how she will take care of you. Walk alongside her, not ahead or behind her, because you know she will tell you off. Charlie, I would like to officially welcome you to the family. You both complement each other in every way. May you grow old together, just like our Oma and Oppa, go on lots of adventures together and have a lifetime of happiness. Andy and I hope that once you're done with the UK, you'll move down the road to us in Sydney. And just to clarify, next door is not down the road. I would like to propose a toast to the newlyweds. May you both have a blessed marriage and a lifetime of happiness. I love you both. Woo!
Okay, good evening, everyone. To whom that I haven't met before, my name is Maria, and I am Novena's mom. First of all, thank you for coming and celebrating this special occasion. Time flies. And it seems like yesterday that you were born. And then here we are celebrating your big milestone in your life. Not only you, but also Charlie's milestone in life. If I can remember, like Novena, you always done things differently. So those I saw like babies and then one child. Those of you might know that like normally babies, they start like learning how to walk when they are about 12, 13 months. But with Novena, you are a late starter. You start walking when you were 15, 16 months. But when you walk, you didn't walk, you ran. You couldn't stop running. You didn't know how to walk, but you know how to run. That's how special you are. And then in 2019, it was the year when my youngest daughter and my best friend, you left the nest and went off for new adventures of your life. You relocating to Sydney, and then there where you meet your future husband back then. And then Sydney was not too far away, and I visited you and Melody quite often when you were in Sydney. And then there was not even like one, I think like we saw each other maybe like 3-4 months, every 3 or 4 months away. And then suddenly you decided to move to London, which is quite far away. That was in 2021. And it was like a big adjustment for our life that normally like when you were in Sydney, we talk almost every day. But with London, with the big time difference, then it's another adjustment how we communicate to each other. But regardless of the distance, we still keep our close bonding as mother and daughter. And then, as I said, that Novena for me is not just a daughter, she is also my best friend. We had so many adventures together, like we climbed Mount Huasan in China. We went to Tibet base camp together, and recently we hiked Mount Fuji together. It doesn't mean that we get along well every time when we travel. We also got argument and sometimes a little fight. But regardless of that, we always ended up even closer after those arguments. And all those arguments and those things, it never spoiled our special moment and our relations. Thank you, Novena, for bringing such a good adventure spirit out of me. And then I will always hold that memories in my heart. And I also like seeing that all the challenges that you have in life, but you always like overcome it and come as a winner. That shows that your perseverance and determination in life, facing all the obstacles. And I'm very proud of your strong, kind heart, and especially God-fearing woman that you have grown into. Maybe four years ago, I remember the first time you mentioned Charlie's name during our daily calls. And then you described Charlie as a young man with a caring personality, good nature, and strong work ethics. And I couldn't wait to see Charlie in person. And I just really want to see, who is this young man that can steal my little daughter's heart? And then what you described about Charlie is proven, especially like when we traveled together in Egypt and Israel. And I saw that all the good things that you described about Charlie, they are real. And I'm very proud of you, Charlie, with all your personality, your strong characteristic, and then your kind heart. Today, we celebrate the unity of Novenas and Charlie to Mr. and Mrs. Su. And for Charlie's parents, I thank you for raising Charlie to be a kind and patient young man. And he is a testament of your life. Thank you so much for raising him to be such a good young man. Especially now to Novenas and Charlie. Life has so many ups and downs. Life is not always easy, not always happy. My wish for you is that to both of you always supporting and taking care each other, treat each other with patience, kindness, and continue to respect one another, and never stop putting God first in everything in your life. And for Novena, I am not only as your mom, but also your best friend. And I will continue to be your support through all your life, to celebrate your achievement and milestone with you, and also to hug you when you need me. And you will always be a home with me. Last but not least, I'm proud to call you Charlie, my son-in-law. and welcome you to our family. And now it is time for a toast for the love, the health, and happiness for Charlie and Novena's. Cheers.
As a father, this is a special moment for me. It feels like just yesterday that I was changing diapers and teaching my son how to drive. And now here he stands, a grown man, ready to embark on this incredible journey of marriage. I couldn't be prouder of my son. He's always been kind-hearted, compassionate, and determined. From a young age, he showed an unwavering commitment to whatever he set his mind to. And I see that same determination in the way he loves and cares for his bride. Speaking of his bride, Novena, you have brought immeasurable joy into my son's life, and I couldn't be happier to welcome you into our family. Your kindness has already made a very big impact on all of us. Today, we witness the beginning of a beautiful journey. Marriage is not just about love, it's about partnership, compromise, and unconditional support. It's about standing by each other's sides through thick and thin, in good times and bad. As I look at my sons and his bride, I have no doubt that they are more than ready for this adventure. So, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, they are more than ready for this adventure. So let us raise our glasses to Novena and Charlie's. In my native language, Kambe. Kambe. Yeah. Thank you, friends.
Hello, everyone. I'm Novena. Today, I just got promoted from fiancé to bride. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you to everyone for being here to celebrate and sharing this special day with Charlie and I. Many of you have traveled a long way to participate, and we want to thank you for your effort and your time. I want to start by taking this opportunity to express how grateful I am to my parents for being my rock, my inspiration, and my guiding light. Thank you, Mum and Dad, for everything you have done for me and sacrificing so much for Kaka and I to give us the best education, the best opportunities, and the best life possible. You have believed in me, accepted me for who I am, and loved me unconditionally. You are my role model, my hero, and my best friend. I love you more than words can say. To my new set of parents, Ray Hong and Lindsay, thank you for raising Charlie to be the most kind-hearted, loving, patient, and considerate person I could hope to call my husband, and for this I am forever grateful. I'd like to also mention my grandparents, Oma and Oppa. You are the reason I believe in love, and thank you for showing me what true love looks like since I was young, by being faithful, supportive, and devoted to each other for nearly 60 years. And now, to my husband, Charlie. 1,204 days ago, on the 5th of June 2020, at 11:51 p.m., straight after tennis, you asked me out for a coffee date on Facebook Messenger. Even though I couldn't really remember who you were, as there were a lot of people in the tennis club that night. I am so thankful that I said yes to going out with you. From that first coffee date, I learned that you were someone who was adventurous like me, who's been skydiving and wanted to move and work overseas. From our second date, whilst eating ice cream inside your car, I knew in the midst of the torrential rain, it felt so freeing talking to you, and I knew that you would be someone whom I can talk to about anything and everything. Then, from our third date, when you awkwardly held my hand with your sweaty palm at 5 degrees winter weather, I knew that you were someone special for me, and I didn't want to let you go. What I love about you, Charlie, is that you're always ready for adventure. You're the only person who, in their right mind, would want to run with me 10 km at 9 p.m. on Friday nights, just to keep me safe. Go on hikes after hikes for our holidays. And most importantly, I love how thoughtful, devoted, and a selfless person you are, always putting my needs before yours. You're the most caring and patient man I know, even during all those bridezilla moments this week. Finally, I want to tell you how much I love you, Charlie, and how happy I am to be your wife. You make me laugh, and you prioritize to make me smile and feel loved every day. Thank you for choosing me and for being my rock, my best friend, and piggy in crime. Everyone, please join me in raising a glass to our marriage, our future, and to my husband, the love of my life. Cheers! Woo!
Hey everyone, I just wanted to begin by saying thank you all for taking the time to be part of our special day today. We know many of you have traveled very far to make it today, and we very much appreciate it. It's great to see so many of you again. I would also like to thank our families for their love and support throughout our journey. We would not be here standing today if it weren't for the sacrifices that you have each made and the love and support that you have shown to us, to each of us over many years. Auntie Maria, Uncle Hassan, thank you for raising Novena to be the most caring and loving person I know. I am incredibly grateful for everything that you have done for her and also for me. 爸爸妈妈，谢谢。如果没有你们两个，我就不会有今天的我。Novena, who knew that being so bad at tennis could be so rewarding? Well, I can tell you that when you said yes to our first coffee date, it was better than actually winning the Aussie Open. Not that I'll ever know what it's like to win that, but I'm sure it's better. Novena, you're the most amazing person and you look absolutely gorgeous today. Nothing much has been constant in our lives over the last few years, from changing jobs to moving countries together. But what has been constant is your kindness, your warmth, your unwavering support and determination. One of my favorite stories about you is that I still remember being stranded during our trip to Paris. To set the scene, we're about to miss our train back to London, which was over 2 kilometers away from the station, with 20 minutes to go before our train was about to depart. And you said to me at that point, give me all the luggage and I'll run with all of that luggage. It will be faster. And it was faster. I then gave you all of my luggage. We started to run towards the station, and I'm happy to say that we made the train back to London. You are my inspiration, and I promise to cherish you, respect you, and support you in all that you do for the rest of our lives together, even if you don't like sharing a KFC with me. I promise to be your partner in every sense of the word, and to stand by your side through all of the ups and downs of our next chapter may bring. I promise to always remind you of how deeply I love you. So let's raise our glasses to our next chapter, to adventure, and to a future filled with endless possibilities that hopefully don't involve us running to make trains. Cheers to Novena, my better half, my piggy in crime, my love, and our future.
You're a falling star.
swing on a nice day, then you're the perfect thing to say. And you play a card